welcome Andy Ross, CEO of American Rebel Holdings, back with us once again. Andy, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
Always happy to have you here, Andy. It's a pleasure. We're talking about the 151st NRA annual meetings and exhibits. They feature over 14 acres of the latest guns and gear from the industry. You guys were there. How does it feel to be back at a large industry trade show?
You know, we're happy to be back on the big stage where we belong. This is a great show to be at. It's a consumer show, but there's a lot of people here, business people from the industry as well. It's packed. We're having a great show and having a great time.
Fantastic. We love to hear that. I understand you guys introduced some new products at the trade show. How were they accepted and what was the feedback there?
We're having fantastic results with our new products. We introduced our Safe Freedom line, which is a textured safe. It's like a better, just a little different price point, little lower price point. It's a lot of American Rebel attitude at an unbelievable price. It's went over very well. We've been selling a lot of them, dealer interest, distributor interest. So that's been great. Our 2A lockers have been accepted really well. This is this gives somebody an option around that $300 to $500, $600 price point where they can lock up their guns, keep them behind lock and key or their valuables. So both product introductions have been a smash and we couldn't be happier.
Outstanding. The NRA members that attend the exhibits, obviously to purchase goods from the exhibitors. In addition to the consumer nature of the show, though, any industry people attend, and does any business get done while you guys are down there?
Yeah, there are industry people here for sure. Dealers are here from kind of a regional area and some from around the country, even talked to a couple from around the world, but distributors, box store buyers. And it also gives you an opportunity to talk to other manufacturers that you might want to have some type of partnership with. So there's a lot of business getting done here. Typically, first thing in the morning, we have a couple of those meetings. We run the show for most of the day. And then at the tail end of the show, maybe the last hour, hour and a half, you start kind of picking up some business again. And you usually end up somewhere for a conversation, cocktail, or a dinner before the day's over. So it's a well-rounded show as far as consumers and business getting done.
I love that. Now, American Rebel is developing NRA-branded products as well. Any updates on licensing opportunities from the show?
So we have the license to do American Rebel versions of an NRA concealed carry backpack, jacket, and NRA safes. You know, NRA safes by American Rebel. What we needed to do was get the members, the licensing people, a couple of the board members from the NRA down to the booth. And that's one meeting we had to set up this show so they could see the quality and the models that we're talking about so they can have a really good vision of what the NRA licensed products are going to look like, price points and quality. And we basically got the green light. Everything we make is a lot of value at the price, quality first. My dad always told me, said, son, I'd rather explain price up front than apologize for quality later. So we had a great meeting with them, and we've also reached an agreement with them to license or to do a die-cast version of the Second Amendment muscle car and do this die-cast model, sell to our fan base, our customers, their membership, and do a revenue split with the die-cast car. So we're very excited about that. It's great publicity, great advertising, and great marketing for American Rebel.
That's awesome. And Andy, I also see that you brought the Second Amendment muscle car. I bet that draws a lot of attention to the booth, I would imagine.
It is, without a doubt, the #1 photographed item at any trade show we take it to. It's a big draw, a big hit. Danny built me that on Counting Cars on the History Channel. He heard a song that I had out, a patriotic anthem, and called us up and said, hey, man, we want to build you the Second Amendment muscle car. It became one of the most rerun episodes of Counting Cars. It's on the best of Counting Cars, best paint of Counting Cars, about any best of episode that they have. It's a big draw. You can see why we talked about doing the die-cast car and doing the revenue share with the NRA. It's photographed. I take many pictures with people with the car. Every once in a while, if someone comes in with kids, I'll actually open the door and let them sit behind the driver's seat. But we take it as many places as we can, and it's really become the Batmobile of the Second Amendment.
That's awesome. I love that analogy. Andy Ross, CEO of American Rebel Holdings. Great updates from the trade show. Thank you so much for talking with us, as always.
Thank you for having us.